Hello, hello, fam bam. Welcome back. It's Freedom Friday, and on Freedom Friday, we talk about how to get more freedom with time, money, and just in your entire lifestyle. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 top ways that I save myself a lot of time and generate efficiency and productivity in my everyday. Time is an interesting thing. It's something that we don't really get back. We don't really know how to make more of. And for most of us, we feel like our time is fairly limited. We tend to feel like there's tons of stuff going on and we're doing a lot, but we don't have enough time to do the things that we actually want to do or that are meaningful to us. So today I want to share with you how to gain more of that time back for yourself. Time doing the things that you feel like are valuable to you. And I'm going to be sharing with you the top 5 things that I do to create space for that time and to have efficiency getting the other stuff done that takes up so much of our time. So the first thing that I do is I keep it super simple, the KISS method. Whether it's routine like waking up and getting dressed in the morning or meal prep, or if it's the things that I own like how much body care or hobby items that are sitting around, I try to keep everything to a minimum. The reason is not because I'm not interested in a lot of things. I enjoy so much. I could spend all my time just doing everything. It's just that I really value my time, and I know that there's only so much time that I have in any given day. Whether I want to read a book, do art, spend time with my family, or time with a friend, or some new idea that I want to research on business, I have to keep everything to the minimum and to what adds value in my life in order to have an efficient amount of time and extra time to do the stuff that I actually like. The second thing that I do is I try really hard not to delay or put the things that need to get done off. This can be cleaning, tracking expenses or mileage for business, and most especially the things that add value to my health and my energy. In that category, it's a little bit counterproductive because it feels like you're wasting time taking a nap or doing the exercise, and sometimes I convince myself that I should just skip this and get a whole bunch of extra stuff done, but I end up feeling depleted in energy and I end up feeling not as good or happy or productive about my days. So it actually adds a significant amount of value for me to spend the time doing that in order to gain more time. And that just comes down to experimenting and learning to identify what adds value to you. When it comes to things like cleaning, if I see that this garbage needs to be picked up or there's a dish in the sink, things that only take a minute of my time, I'll go ahead and clean up as I go or as I see it come along, because the things that I put off are going to be waiting for me later on a never-ending stacking to-do list to do later, and that's not what I want to do later with my time. I want to have everything done so I could do what I want with my time. Number 3, I like to make decisions and try to commit to those decisions pretty solidly. And this typically applies to like when I'm researching for something, or if I'm looking to buy something, or maybe I'm at a restaurant looking at a food menu. It's really easy, especially for those of us who are Google savvy, to want to research and over-research and decide and then look at other options and just make sure that we're not making the wrong choice. The truth of the matter is you only need about 70% of the information to make a pretty good choice. And then you can learn from that and recalibrate. That's one of my favorite words, to recalibrate, because we're never going to get everything perfectly right all the time. And I'm not saying don't do your research or be aware. I'm just saying there comes a point where it starts to devalue your time, and it's not going to make much of a difference anyways. Most of the differences are going to be obsolete. So if I'm at a restaurant and I want to try something new, yes, there have been times I've said, this sounds good, I'm going to make that decision, and it's not so great. So next time I learn, don't order that plate again and try something different, or if I don't want to deal with that sort of hassle or risk, I'll order what I know is good. The 4th thing that I do to save myself time, and I'm not sure if this is unique or if this is more common now, but let me know if you do this. I don't talk on the phone or use instant messaging almost ever. I'm pretty good at texting, but I typically only get to those when I have a free open window and it's pretty quick and just I send it and I don't wait around and sit here and chit chat very often. And Siri Talk really helps. There's this long discombobulated message that needs to be translated on the other side. But for the most part, I don't spend much time having full-blown conversations just to kill time on the phone. I'd rather spend quality time with the people in front of me. Now, I do understand there are some occasions where people who are intimate to you and who you want to remain close to are not necessarily in your space in your life. And for those exceptions, I do spend time FaceTiming my grandma and my mom. I know there is a time and place for that, but it's very, very rare. Almost never do I ever spend time sitting down, talking on the phone just to have a conversation or on instant message. The last thing that I do is I try to remain continuously and consciously aware of the things that don't serve me or add value to my time. Things in life change and I evolve and what I need evolves. So sometimes there was a certain thing that I was using and I was using it a lot and now it's just sitting there, and I try to stay aware of those things and ask myself, is it time to let this go? My perspective to the things that I have in my life is that everything takes time if I want it to be there. So if I have a plant, it's going to need water and sunshine and plant food. If I have a dog, he's going to need daily walks and food and playtime and all the time it takes to make money to put into those resources as well. So I try to look at everything like, is this worth the amount of time it takes to have it in my life? If I have 10 books and it takes me roughly a couple weeks to read one book if I'm doing an hour a day, I ask myself, is this book worth 14 hours of my time? Is it worth 14 hours times 10, 140 hours to keep all of this? It's just potential time, I don't want to say wasters, but like things that are going to use your time. So when I look at it that way, I try to sort of quantify how much I want in my life. And at the end of the day, it really comes down to a bare minimum, because I'd rather spend my time doing stuff that I super, super enjoy, like with my kids, playing at the pool, traveling, doing art, working on the business stuff, connecting with you guys and teaching community yoga classes. Like those are things that really, really fulfill my life. And they're the things that I really enjoy spending my time on. So I hope these 5 things have helped you guys, or there might be a few that you can use and that you might feel like adds more time to you and your day. If there are things that you have done to save yourself time, I'd love to hear about it, because I always want to be more efficient. And I'd also love to hear what are the top 3 things you love doing with your time that is super valuable and meaningful to you. Let me know in the comments below, and also let me know that you like this video by hitting thumbs up. If you're new here, welcome. Stick around, be part of the family, click subscribe. We focus on identifying and generating more value internally, externally, in your relationships and with your time, because I believe this is the simplest, most efficient way to create a life worth living. So I want to thank you guys for being here. Enjoy your weekend. Take some time to do something that you love to do. And I will see you here on Monday for Minimalism Monday. Remember to be good, be great, most of all be grateful. I'm grateful for you, and I'll see you then. Ciao.